Welcome back, everybody. We're diving deep today
Oh, yeah.
into the world of customer service.
Very important.
And to help us navigate this, we've got this great Academy Europe course as our guide. Should be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a really good one. It's very practical,
Oh, good.
full of advice you can actually use. You know, one of the things that jumped out at me
Okay.
was how it makes you rethink who a customer actually is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's more than just the person buying your product, right?
Right. Like, it's not just the person walking into the store or clicking buy now. Yeah. So we're talking about internal customers too, then.
Exactly. It's like they're saying even different departments within a company can be each other's customers.
Interesting.
And they connect that idea to quality management, which I thought was really interesting.
Makes sense, though, right? If everyone's treating each other like valued customers, things probably run more smoothly.
Exactly. Better communication, better collaboration.
Yeah, and that ultimately leads to a better product or service for the actual customer, the external customer.
Right, the one who's actually paying for it.
Okay, so give me an example. I always like a good example.
Sure. The Academy Europe course used the example of content development and packaging.
Okay, I could see where this is doing.
Yeah, so like imagine the content team.
Okay.
They create a user manual, right? They're basically providing a service to the packaging department.
Right, because the packaging people need to know what to put in the box and how it all works.
Exactly. Without that manual, the packaging team can't do their job.
Uh-oh.
And then that impacts the final product.
Oh, I see. So it's like a chain reaction.
Yeah, like a domino effect.
Okay, so just to be clear, we've got internal customers within the organization, and then we've got external customers, the ones buying stuff.
That's it in a nutshell.
Okay, that makes sense. But the Academy Europe course, it doesn't just stop at defining customers, right? It digs into what excellent customer service actually looks and feels like.
Oh, it goes deep. One of the things they really emphasize is that customer service isn't just about fixing problems.
Okay, so it's more than just putting out fires.
It's about the whole customer experience.
Gotcha. So before, during, and after a purchase.
Yeah, it's a whole journey.
It's about building a relationship.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about building those relationships. The Academy Europe course talks about the specific characteristics of excellent customer service. I mean, we all know the basics, like be polite.
Sure, the basics.
But this goes deeper, right?
Definitely. Like one thing they really stressed was promptness.
Okay, being on time.
Yeah, they even cited research showing that even a small delay can impact customer satisfaction.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. People are busy.
Exactly. Nobody wants to be kept waiting.
Speaking of which, this reminds me of a time.
Oh.
I was waiting for a delivery, a new laptop.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, I was so excited. But the courier was hours late.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it totally ruined the experience. I mean, the laptop was fine, but I was already annoyed.
I get it. You build up the anticipation.
Exactly.
And then P-PEFT.
Exactly. So promptness.
Super important.
Yes. What else?
Well, another one is politeness.
Oh, of course.
You know, simple please and thank you can make a big difference.
Absolutely. And I think that ties into professionalism as well.
Totally. It's about showing respect even when the customers may be a little frustrated.
Right. Treat everyone with respect.
Exactly. The course actually gives some good tips.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, on how to handle difficult customers, like active listening.
Right. So really hearing them.
And reframing negative language.
Oh, interesting. So it's almost like turning a negative into a positive?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm liking this. So we've got promptness, politeness, professionalism. What else stand out?
Well, one that's becoming increasingly important is personalization.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say people want to feel like they're more than just a number.
Exactly. They want to feel seen.
Like you remember their name or something.
Like you know their preferences.
Yeah, like, oh, you liked that last time. Maybe you'll like this.
Exactly. That's what keeps people coming back.
It shows you care.
And to do that effectively, the course really emphasizes attentive listening.
Okay, so not just hearing the words.
Really understanding their needs.
Mm-hmm. And that actually leads into the next point, doesn't it? Asking the right questions.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you're really listening, you'll know what to ask.
It shows you're engaged, that you want to help.
So it's not just about having all the answers.
About figuring out the right solution for that specific customer.
Okay, so far we've got promptness, politeness, professionalism, personalization, attentive listening, asking the right questions. What else does the Academy Europe course say?
Well, the last one they highlight is taking responsibility.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, like owning the problem even if it wasn't your fault.
Because at the end of the day, the customer just wants their issue resolved, right?
They need to know you're on their side.
Okay, this is really good stuff. So Academy Europe really has a well-rounded view of customer service here.
It's one of the best courses I've seen on this.
I'm really liking it. Especially this idea of internal customers.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
It makes you think about how that perspective can change a company's whole culture.
Absolutely. And their success, too.
Right, because happy employees, happy customers, happy bottom line.
That's the idea.
I'm really interested to hear more about that internal customer service piece.
Oh, yeah, the course gets into the nitty-gritty of it.
Awesome. because I'm starting to see how these principles can apply to anyone, not just people in those customer-facing roles,
Oh, for sure.
whether it's colleagues or clients or even just somebody you meet on the street.
Exactly.
It's all about building those positive relationships. But speaking of positive relationships, we've been talking about the characteristics of good customer service. But in a world that's always changing, I wonder if the definition of excellent is changing too.
That's a really good question.
Right.
And it's something the course addresses directly. They talk about the future of customer service in the age of AI and automation.
Ooh, that sounds fascinating.
It is.
We'll have to dig into that more. But before we get ahead of ourselves.
Let's get back to that question about excellent customer service changing.
Yeah, is the bar being raised?
The Academy Europe course seems to think so.
Okay, so how's customer service actually evolving then?
Well, personalization is becoming more and more crucial.
Yeah, we touched on that before.
Customers want more than just a transaction.
They want that tailored experience.
Exactly. Something that feels unique to them.
But how do you do that when you've got tons of customers?
That's where technology comes in.
Okay, makes sense.
The course talks about using data analytics and AI.
To get to know the customer better.
Yeah, like their behavior, their preferences.
So you can target them better with ads.
Well, yeah, but also product recommendations.
Right.
Even predicting what they might need.
Whoa, so it's like having a mind reader on that app.
Kind of.
But what about the human touch? We don't want to lose that.
Absolutely not. The course is clear about that.
Okay, good.
Human interaction is still vital.
I mean, I'd hate to just talk to robots all the time.
Nobody wants that.
So how do we keep that balance?
Well, the course suggests using AI for the routine stuff.
Like answering basic questions.
Yeah, or processing orders, things like that.
So that frees up the human agents for more complex issues.
Exactly. The stuff that needs empathy, that personal touch.
Okay, so tech isn't replacing us, it's helping us.
That's the goal.
I like that. So any other big trends in customer service we should know about?
Well, the course also talks about transparency and responsiveness.
Oh yeah, those are important.
Especially with social media and online reviews.
Right, everyone's a critic these days.
Exactly. And companies need to be ready to engage.
Be authentic.
And address concerns quickly.
I feel like I've seen some companies doing that really well.
Yeah, some are better than others.
So how do you handle those negative reviews? Everyone sees them.
The course says acknowledge the issue, take ownership.
Don't get defensive.
Right, and apologize if you need to.
Turn that frown upside down.
Exactly. They even suggest using negative feedback to improve.
Oh, that's interesting. Learn from your mistakes.
Yep.
Okay, so the future of customer service is personalization, tech, transparency, responsiveness.
That's a good summary.
And Academy Europe gives us the roadmap.
They really lay it all out there.
I'm excited to keep learning. We've talked a lot about external customers, but you mentioned that the course also covers internal customer service.
Oh, yeah, that's a big part of it.
What are some of the key takeaways there?
Well, it emphasizes that good internal customer service affects the whole organization.
Makes sense. Happy employees, happy customers.
Exactly. People who feel valued go the extra mile.
They're more invested.
And the course links that to employee morale, productivity, even profitability.
Right, if everyone's working well together.
Things just run better.
So how do companies actually implement that internal customer service culture?
Well, the course suggests clear communication, service-level agreements between departments.
So everyone knows what's expected.
Exactly, and creating ways for employees to give feedback.
Oh, that's important. Make them feel heard.
Right, and even recognizing employees who do a great job.
Like Employee of the Month.
Something like that.
This is really eye-opening. It's not just about the customer at the checkout.
It's about everyone involved.
It's a whole ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And it all starts with respect.
Treat everyone like a valued customer.
That's a great takeaway. But before we wrap things up, I keep thinking about this balance between technology and human connection.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
The Academy Europe course really stresses both.
Right. They say technology shouldn't replace the human touch.
But enhance it.
Exactly.
How do we actually do that?
Well, they suggest being mindful of how we use technology.
Not just automating everything.
Right. It's about empowering human agents.
Give me an example.
Sure. Imagine an AI system that looks at a customer's history.
Their past purchases, interactions, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And then it gives the human agent insights.
Before they even talk to the customer.
Right. So they can personalize the interaction.
Wow. So the tech does the research.
And the human builds the relationship.
I like that. What about other ways tech can improve customer service?
Well, they talked about virtual reality.
Oh, wow. Like immersive experiences.
Exactly.
That's cool.
And AI-powered sentiment analysis.
What's that?
It can understand how a customer's feeling.
From what they type or say.
Yeah. So you can tailor your response.
That's pretty futuristic.
It is.
But let's bring it back down to earth for a second.
Sure.
What can our listeners do right now to improve their customer service?
Well, the course really breaks down those core principles.
The ones we talked about, promptness, politeness.
All of those, yes.
And those apply to everyone.
Colleagues, clients, even just strangers.
Just be a good human.
Exactly. Sometimes it's the little things.
A smile, a thank you.
Does go a long way.
This has been a great reminder.
It's all about the mindset.
Customer service isn't just a job.
It's a way of being.
Approach every interaction with empathy.
And a desire to make a positive impact.
I think this Academy Europe course gave us the tools to do just that.
It's a great resource.
Well, folks, that's our deep dive into the world of customer service. Big thanks to Academy Europe, to the fantastic course material.
Yeah, it was really insightful.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. Remember, every interaction is a chance to make someone's day.
Make it a good one.
Until next time, keep diving deep.